Hi guys, this is Claude from Domain Cabinets. I'm gonna show you today how to install a drawer base cabinet. The first, let's figure out exactly what tools we need. We need a cordless drill right over here. We need a rubber mallet over here. We need a wood glue. We need a level, and then we need a pair of clamps. Okay. I'm gonna start this installation first to show to you that if you go online, you're gonna find these parts and assembly instructions. You can print them out and follow every single part of it. First of all, we're gonna take the side panel of a drawer base cabinet, which looks like this. We call it panel A. We're gonna lay it on the non-abrasive surface, and the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna put the wooden dowels. These are the wooden dowels. There are 34 pieces. They are in the box, and the easiest way to do this is using your mallet and a drop of glue. So we're gonna take the glue and put a dab of glue on every single hole. Alright, and then we're gonna take the mallet and we're gonna insert in the pre-drilled holes every single one of them, and we're gonna tap slowly with the mallet to make sure we have a very tight fit. Once we finish this, we're gonna leave them for approximately 30 seconds for the glue to dry. Meantime, I'm gonna present what's the next step of it is. The next step is putting these soft close glides, undermount soft close glides. As you see, these are the soft close glides. They have a front part and a back part. How you differentiate them is the metal piece that comes out for the back of the drawer will be here, so that will tell you exactly that this is the back part of it. Now, every single panel, like a side panel A, are gonna have a pre-drilled holes. There are 3 of them for every single glide, and then you set them up first with the back of the glide towards the back of the panel. And how you know that one, as you can see here, they have a groove where the back end panel will fit in. So you're gonna lay it down. My recommendation for you is to put on the bottom row of holes that the glides have, and it's gonna be the 3rd one going towards the back of the cabinet. Once you lay all of them down, make sure they line up with the pre-drilled holes. Then you grab a bunch of 5/8 screws, and using a cordless drill, you're gonna insert these 5/8 screws into the side panel A. And for a better use of it, I suggest for you to open up the glide all the way so you can reach the holes without any problem. And once you have them already, you pull the drawer guys back. Okay guys, the second step is to repeat the same procedure for the side panel A, and take the panel and put it on the side. Next step, it will be to put the supports, the drawer supports, the top support, and wall supports into the dowels. So keep in mind that all the supports have a finished side, and the finished side is only in one side, the other side is not finished. So you're gonna see the particular grain of the bamboo itself. Alright, so starting with the side panels, and these are like the support beams for the wall, and I'm gonna one by one in. Okay, so the next step is to put the dowels in the pre-drill holes, all of them. So we take the dowels, we take a mallet, a dab of glue, and we set these dowels in the pre-drill holes. So we have the glue. And now tap the dowels slowly. And once we finish, before we go to the next step, leave the dowels for 30 seconds so the glue can cure into the particular pre-drill holes. Okay guys, the next step it will be to put the bottom panel and then the back end panel. This is the bottom panel cabinet. As you can see, it has a groove. You have to make sure that you align the groove with the groove of the cabinet, and then make sure that the veneered part is inside of the cabinet. So okay, and then we're gonna take the back panel, which is this one, and we're gonna insert it into the groove starting from the top. Gently go down. Once you reach the end, make sure that all the sides are in. This is the way the back end panel and the bottom panel should look like. The next step it will be to put the two dowels on the bottom panel for the support itself. Take a mallet and tap it inside all the way before we bring the side panel A. Okay guys, this is the side panel A that you already guys put it on with the 1, 2, 3 glides that you have it on. As you see here, there is a groove, so you have to line up this groove with the back panel on it. Okay, so you already have the dowels in. So what's gonna happen? We're gonna put it on. It's a little bit of work to be done into it, but it's a thing that can be done pretty easy. You just have to line up these dowels with the pre-drill holes in the side panel A. Now that everything is set up in the holes, the dowels are exact on the pre-drill holes of the side panel A, you make sure you tap everything, make sure everything is nice and tight. Okay, and then you take the 1 7/8 screws, which should be 22 pieces of them. You insert them in the pre-drill holes. And then with the cordless drill you set them in. So now after we set up the screws into, we're gonna have to flip the cabinet over so we can do the same procedure on the side panel B. Now you have to be very careful because the other side have no screws, it's only sitting in the dowels. So what I recommend is to lift this cabinet from the bottom panel, and if you need some help you can always ask a friend. Drag it a little bit and slowly try to set it in. Now I'm going to pull it a little bit more. Okay, and then just make sure that everything is still in place. I'm going to use the mallet. And then we're going to take the rest of the 1 7/8 screws and we're going to put them on the side. First we set them in the pre-drill holes. And then we're going to set them in. And now we have the frame of the cabinet already set in. So I'm just going to bring it a little bit from the front. So this is the way it looks like. And then this is the way the cabinet looks from the back. I'm just going to turn it around a little. And this particular piece is the support for the wall. And this one is the support for the wall. Bring it back in the original position. Okay, the next step is the installation of the drawer box. The drawer box comes with a 5-piece construction. It comes with a bottom panel itself, is approximately 3/8 of an inch. It's come with a side, left and right side of it, and come with the front and the back part of it. And how you make the differentiation with the front and back, as you see, the back is routed out for the undermount glides. Okay. Now we're going to need the glue. We're going to need our mallet to build the box itself. Okay guys, now we're going to take the back side of the drawer box. We're going to use the glue to put a couple of dabs of glue into the dovetail. Make sure you don't put too much. If you have too much, you use a wet rag to wipe it off, the excess. Okay. Then you take the side part of the drawer box. Make sure the side part groove, it will match the groove of the back of the drawer box. You insert it in, you take a mallet, you tap gently. Then the next step you do, you take the second part, which is the front part of the drawer. Make sure you put a little bit of glue into the dovetails themselves. Okay. Then you take the piece itself. Insert it. Take your mallet. Then once you have this configuration, you take the bottom panel of the drawer and you can choose any of the sides because these ones are both finished, and then try to insert it in. Once you make sure that this one fits properly within the grooves, you take the other side of it. You put your back panel first into the groove and set the dowels in. Then you can take your mallet and gently tap it in. Okay, and now we have to leave the drawer box for approximately 1 minute for the glue to dry within the dovetails. And I'm going to show to you, this is the back part of the drawer where you see the cuts for the undermount glides. Okay, the next step is after the drawer box has dried and cured, we flip it over, as you see here, and when we flip it over we make sure that the face of the drawer box faces this direction and the back of it faces this direction. So what we're going to do, the next step, and I'm going to put it on the floor so to show it to you a much better visualization of it. We're going to take the two releases, or a pair of releases, and 5/8 screws. So these are the two releases and the 5/8 screws. And as you can see, it's a left hand side and it's a right hand side. We're going to put them on right here, facing towards you, so facing this way. Okay, one release like that and the second release like this. And then we take the cordless drill and insert these 5/8 screws not on the bottom panel but rather on the front and side part of the box. Make sure you press on it so it doesn't go up. And 2 screws on each release will suffice. Okay. Once we finish with this step, we go ahead and extend the glide, and as I told you, the back piece of it has a hook right here and a hook right here, which is going to go on the back end of the drawer, which is going to be here and here. So we take the drawer, we pick up the drawer, we set it up on the glides. Then we go underneath and pull till we hear a click, and pull the slide till we hear a second click, and then the drawer will soft close.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Okay guys, the next step which I'm going to show to you is how you put the drawer front. Obviously we're going to start with the bottom and go all the way up, and it's the same procedure, so I'm going to show you to the top drawer. I usually use a scribe molding, which is a square scribe. I usually cut it to the size of the width of the cabinet itself. I take this scribe molding, which is 1/4 of an inch thick. I put it on the drawer, and then I use the clamps, which are these ones. I take the drawer front. As you see, the drawer front itself has 1, 2, 3 pre-drill holes into it. 2 of them are at a higher position, 1 of them is a lower position. We put the drawer front on the scribe molding. Okay. We make sure we line up with the rest of the drawers. And then the next step that we do, we take the clamps, the set of clamps. We attach the drawer front to the drawer by clamping it onto the top support of it. Okay, then move to the next side. Okay, we verify one more time that everything is lined up on both ends. If you want, you can use a leveler just to make sure that everything is set properly. Okay, and then with the 1 1/8 screws, we go ahead and set the screws into the drawer front through the drawer itself. Keep in mind that these ones have pre-drill holes. Okay, and then do the same thing on this side. Okay, we release the clamps. We take the scribe molding out. And the next thing, we open up, make sure that everything is tight and well. And just the third screws, I explained to you before, they have 3 holes, goes underneath in here, holding the drawer right here. So you have to go underneath, pull the drawer all the way, and insert this 1 1/8 screw into a pre-drill hole. Once you've done that, the drawer is set in. And this is how you install a drawer base cabinet. Thank you.